This is Route 2 in Mulhuddart. We're just leaving the test centre car park. Again, just take good observation as you're moving off, and we're going to be turning left as we come out of the gate here. So make sure you come to complete stop, look left and right, and then proceed if it's safe to do so. At the end of the road here, we're going to be turning right. Very poor road markings here, so just try and get your position. Make sure you come to a complete stop. So even though we've stopped here, we really need to go up and stop again so we have a view of the road, and then continue on once it's safe again. Coming down to the roundabout, we're going to take the third exit to the right. Really good observation coming into the roundabout. Make sure there's nothing coming. Then at the next junction we're going to be turning left. Mirror signal. So turning into Town Way, you can see we have a red car up ahead, so we're going to move out straight away. So the one thing you want to avoid doing is driving up behind parked vehicles and indicating around us. So get out immediately, there's no need to indicate. They could pull you in along here for the hill start, and again, if they do, make sure you take proper observation moving off. At the end of this road we'll be turning right. We went out onto a road that you can see is 80 kilometers an hour. It's one of the few roads on the test routes that are 80. So we're on to Town Avenue. Okay, just coming to a complete stop, make sure it's safe, and then we get our speed up nice and quickly. Fifth gear. Approaching this roundabout, there are no exits left or right, it's just straight ahead. So it's first exit, road straight ahead is the direction you'll be given. You don't need to indicate on the approach, just indicate where you normally would when you're going straight. We're just dropping back into third gear, just slowing the car down first using your brakes, and back into third. Keeping over to your left. Signal left then that you're leaving. And again, once off the roundabout, increase your speed, good acceleration. Still 80 here. At the next roundabout, we're going to be taking the fourth exit. It's the road to your right. Busy roundabout, so again, mirror signal, move over very gradually over to the right, be in the right lane. Quick glance, make sure there's nobody there. Staying reasonably close to the roundabout, mirror signal, blind spot, you're changing lane, and move over gradually to the left. We're back into a 50 zone now, so just watch your speed. Sign up here will tell you what speed you're doing, so try and keep it fairly close to 50. These ramps here aren't too high, but again, don't hit them at speed. going to take the next road on the left. So mirror signal. So this brings us into Drumheath. So we were in here on Route 1 where we did the turnabout on the road on the right here, but they could do the reverse and the turnabout in this estate here. So what they would normally do is the reverse would be done around this first corner, and it's a very sharp corner, so make sure you've practiced that and you're aware of it. And then after the reverse is done, they'll take you back to the left and back up here. They could do a hill start here if they didn't do one previously on Damastown Way, but they also could pull you in here for the turnabout maneuver. So we're just going to pull into the side, make sure you get reasonably close to the curb, and he'll give you the direction then that he wants you to turn the car round on the road to face the opposite way, and that you can go over and back more than once if necessary, but really you should be able to do it in 3 maneuvers on a road like this. So mirrors, signal, look all around, make sure it's safe before moving off. Nice and quick with the steering, nice and slow with the car, and into reverse gear. Look all around, looking behind you, and then over to your right. Make sure you go back far enough but not to hit the curb. No harm putting on your handbrake here as well if there's a slight camber on the road. You want to make sure your car doesn't roll back. Once the turnabout has been completed, they probably will pull you in and do the hand signals at that stage, so make sure you know your hand signals. These ramps are quite high, so take them nice and easy going over. To just creep forward a little bit once you stop. Just have a look left and right and left, and we're going straight ahead at the roundabout. So again, good observation on the approach. Keep reasonably close to the left. Signal left, and just watch the ramps on this road here, they're very high, and the sight is up ahead, so about indicate briefly that you're moving out, get around them. End of this road, we're going to be turning right. Apply the handbrake when you're stopped at traffic lights for any length of time. Take the next left, just Mulhuddart village. Check your left mirror as you come around. So just turning now onto Blakestown Road, coming under the low bridge. Again, a few ramps on this road, it can be hard to see. Take it nice and easy. Turning left. you can see the back wheels of the car in front when you've stopped. Don't get too close to them. And again, apply your handbrake. So once the lights have gone green now, just make sure you check your left mirror in case any cyclists have come up alongside you. Be really careful on this road here. We can't go into this bus lane here, but we are turning left, so stay out of the bus lane. Check mirrors, make sure any traffic behind isn't driving through it. And then turning into Whitestown Avenue. Again, they could do the reverse, the turnabout and the hill start in here if they haven't previously done it. Quite tight here with cars, so just keeping an eye on oncoming traffic. Hazards on both sides of the road, so if we're out first, we have priority, but we're just keeping an eye. Now we're going to take the next road on the right. Moving back into position, having passed the parked car. Into the road, make sure it's safe. Don't cut the corner. End of this road, we're going to be turning left. Again, it's a stop junction, so make sure you come to a complete stop. No obvious stop line, so just stop where the line would be and then proceed if it's safe to do so. Turning left then at the next junction, we have the flashing amber arrows at the end of the road, so just make sure there's nobody coming and we again can proceed. Taking the next slip road left just before Blakestown Roundabout. So mirror signal, just a quick blind spot check, changing lane. We can knock off our indicator once we're over. Again, mirror signal. Make sure it's safe, quick blind spot check. Staying out of the bus lane. So this area here now can be a little bit tricky. We're coming down to the bridge just over the N3, and they could either take you on the first exit, which we're going to do, or they could take you on the third exit, which brings you straight back into Mulhuddart Village. So as soon as it gives you the directions, check your mirrors and signal left. You don't want to drive in the bus lane, but you just got to move over right at the very end in order to get into the lane for turning. Stay in the left lane. So we're on the N3 then, going in the Cavan direction. Just make sure there's nobody coming from the right. Stay in your left lane and then build up speed. We're out onto a 100 kilometers an hour, so get your speed up nice and quickly if it's safe to do so. We're going to merge then back out. We're on the slip road here, so mirrors, signal, quick blind spot check, moving out. Staying in the left lane unless you have to overtake it. Taking the opens up a little bit further, so we don't need to signal until we get to about the 100-meter marker. Just approaching this marker now, so check your mirrors, hop on your left signal. Careful here now as we go into the slip road. The speed is going to drop from 100 down to 50 up ahead, so start reducing your speed gradually. Make sure as you go through the speed limit sign that you're just doing 50. I'm going to be turning right at the end of the slip road, and then right again back down the other side of the M3. And stay in the right lane once we turn. Checking your mirrors moving off. And signal right again. So just accelerating. Back up towards 100. Again, so just checking mirrors, signal, blind spot check, move out. I'm going to be taking the next exit just at the N3 service station. So to the 100-meter mark, indicate left, just watch for anyone coming down the hard shoulder here, checking mirrors. Then once you're over. At the next junction we'll be turning right. End of your test. If you just make your way back into the test center, car park and find a suitable place to park. Check your mirrors, indicate right, turn in, don't cut the corner, and just find a suitable place directly ahead if there's one vacant. That's the end of Route 2.